Diary of St. Francis de Sales. September 16th. Unease arises from the excessive desire to be freed from the felt evil or to acquire the anticipated good. However, nothing exacerbates the evil more, nor distances us from the good, than this unease and anxiety. When you are troubled by the desire to be freed from some evil or to seek the attainment of some good, first and foremost, place your spirit in rest and tranquility. Also, calm your judgment and will, and then, gently, strive for the fulfillment of your desire. Philothea, Part 4, Chapter 11. On September 16th, 1594, very early in the morning, St. Francis de Sales and his cousin left the fortress and on foot made their way for the first time to Thonon, a journey of 6 kilometers. Upon arrival, they presented themselves to the fiscal prosecutor, Claudio Marine, a good Catholic whose virtues and prudence were reliable. Mr. Marine informed them that there were 7 Catholic families in the city, but due to fear of the heretics, they did not openly declare themselves as such. Francis immediately contacted these families, informing them that he came on behalf of the prince and the bishop to be their pastor, reminding them that, as the gospel says, they should not be ashamed of their faith. He instructed them that henceforth they should gather in the church of St. Hippolytus, where they had the right to be instructed in the truths of the faith. This first discourse from our missionary strengthened them, and they resolved to declare themselves Catholics without human regards. In the afternoon, the 2 missionaries visited the syndics, and in the evening they returned to the fortress. For 3 continuous years, St. Francis de Sales and his cousin devoted themselves to the conversion of the Chablais, until September 16th, 1597, when the saint had the consolation of permanently establishing the Capuchin Fathers in Thonon. Other religious were called, but Francis's inability to provide for their sustenance prevented their establishment. Only the Capuchin Fathers, who lived on alms, could continue. Our saint would occasionally tell them gracefully, "My fathers, you have been sent by God and by the great head of the family, the Pope. Here the harvest is plentiful, and now we need workers for the harvest. I am as poor as you, but God who has called you will give you courage and will bless you." It was entirely true. Those religious were immensely useful and zealous collaborators in the apostolic work of the saint, following his fervor, humility, and charity. Reflection on the teachings of St. Francis de Sales on September 16th. St. Francis de Sales offers a philosophy of life that revolves around inner peace and the virtue of patience. In his diary, he highlights that unease stems from our excessive desire to escape adverse circumstances or to achieve anticipated benefits. However, he warns that such anxiety not only exacerbates our current situation, but also distances us from our desired goals. The core teaching of St. Francis is that we must learn to master our emotions and reactions to life's uncertainties. Instead of succumbing to internal chaos, he urges us to find a state of calm and balance. Doing so will not only make us more capable of effectively confronting our difficulties, but also cultivate a clarity of thought that allows for wiser decision-making. This perspective invites us to hold the conviction that each experience, no matter how challenging, is an opportunity to grow in strength and faith. It is a call to trust in a greater purpose and to practice patience as a path to a more fulfilling and spiritually enriched life. According to St. Francis, serenity is the fertile ground where our genuine aspirations can flourish.